Good evening. Welcome to the Fortunate Fortune Teller. I will be your fortune teller for this evening, and I'm very fortunate that I'm up this late. Usually not up this late, brother. Oh, look at this. Four of Wands again, all day long with these Four of Wands. Let me tell you something about that. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. What I understand is I keep getting this download of perhaps, some of your ops or enemies maybe being on a I don't know, on like a location, maybe a business location, doing like their their lower vibrational spiritual practices, perhaps like say like a person who's like a general manager or something like that. They have people that are their little coven in there. So what I understand is like that's where they go to do a lot of their whatever they do. I don't know what these fucking people do. Whatever they're fucking chanting or fucking sacrificing, whatever they're doing. Just know, they thought while they were doing this that they were shutting off the cameras, okay? But you have to understand that they were shutting off the cameras, but that camera still stays in a thing is called low power mode. So we'll still have this light. Seems like it's off, okay? It is off on location, but still, whatever is happening there will still go to the phone of the person who's, like the owner, all right? And why that happens is because if, say, somebody comes there and, damages the thing, you know what I mean? It's going to be able to be seen, okay? Because it's, it's still going to be seen. So if somebody went there and, like, ripped up the tape, whatever they did, whatever it is, just know that these people are being seen for some reason, one or another, okay? And they did not see that coming, all right? And it may be actually, I believe, what may happen is they're going to get to a point where somebody's going to walk in on them, okay? Somebody's going to walk in on this devil upside, yeah, look at that, bro, this punk, all right? Just know that they're all being seen right now. So these people, their plan was to, do blackmail, all right? So now, they want to blackmail, devil, if you want some blackmail, brother, just trust me. We'll give it to you, okay? Because we're going to selenite the shit out of you, all right? Because we don't want nothing to do with you. All right, so just now. So let's see what's going on here. I believe this is your counterpart, perhaps their, maybe their father. I don't know. Somebody along that line is getting this information, and they're seeing exactly what's going on here. Okay, and I believe it's the father, and he's holding on to this information right now, and now he has it to the point where he's just going to be like, all right, enough's enough. All right, so I believe that's maybe the king of. I don't know who that is. We'll find out. Let's look into this. Let's see how this is all going to go. How's this all going to turn out? I mean, this should be the end for them, right? After this, finally getting exposed here, I would have to say, because Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I just said this has to be the end here, correct? All right, so Five of Wands in reverse is about avoiding conflict. Okay, it's respecting differences, agreeing to disagree. Okay, so maybe that's where it's going to get to that point where, maybe this can somehow, one or another, get solved amicably, okay, and have these perpetrators just go away without having to make a huge stink about it, okay, and let it go that way. Or they could fight it and just humiliate themselves and their families, okay? So they have their options here, okay? There's going to be a couple options for these people now. All right, just know you're on camera doing some really weird stuff, so just understand, I mean, everybody knows what you are now. What can you do around here? There's nothing here for you, okay, Karmics? There's nothing here for you anymore. It's over. All right, Three of Wands. So perhaps maybe you should prepare, progress, be on your way, get yourself situated, start packing, you know what I mean? Because it's time for you perhaps maybe to go overseas maybe, you know what I mean? Because nobody wants you here, all right? What you did was sickening. It was evil. It was hurtful. And it just showed what kind of person you are, that you do not belong anywhere near anyone like us, okay? All you did was help us, though, so we do appreciate you in that sense, but, you didn't have that motive. It wasn't to help us, it was to hurt, but the fact is that you helped us, so we do appreciate you at the end of the day. We do thank you. Fruit basket, please, thank you. All right, so 4 of Cups, so, we're at that point where, perhaps you're meditating, you're contemplating, you're just reevaluating this. I'm sorry. Reevaluating the situation, okay? And now, you're not looking for anything. You're just, whatever happens, happens. It's in divine timing. It's basically being indifferent, really, I would say. 4 of Cups is really, that's what I look at. It's like, I don't give a fuck either way. That's the way I look what the Four of Cups is, all right? You know why we don't give a fuck? Because we're in a hermit energy. And we don't mind. We can stay in hermit energy for as long as possible, brother, okay? We are our own biggest fan. So keeping us alone does not hurt us. That is what these people thought. They thought isolating you was going to, put you in a state of mind where you were going to lose it. Why is nobody care? But the realistic part of it is that we know, all right? We already know what you are, okay? So we don't care. We want to be alone. We prefer. We thank you, okay? Just understand that. You could put us in solitary confinement for all the time. We don't give a fuck, okay? Because it makes us stronger and stronger and stronger. Like the soul search over here. We're searching for purpose, okay, when we're in hermit energy. Believe me when I tell you, all right? So just understand that does not work on people like us, okay? So maybe that might work on, small-minded, weak-minded people like yourselves, but not like people like us, all right? We don't mind being alone. Trust me, it's better sometimes. So just know, brother, that who's alone right now and who don't care but still has their, who's still the one who brings the fun because they are the sun, okay? He's the showstopper, the one everyone comes to see, the one everybody wants, the ideal spouse, you, the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And everybody's seeing that very clearly that you're this Queen of Pentacles, okay? And you're at that point where you're just like, I knew this the whole time, okay? I guess, eventually people have to see it for their own self. All right. Instead of using words, you used actions. Okay. You use words in other ways, but the words you used were primarily used for your actions. So just understand that is why this King of Pentacles. People want to avoid conflict with this King of Pentacles now. Five of Wands in reverse. All right, because this King of Pentacles, they're indifferent. They don't give a fuck. All right. So it's just like now people are like, what are we even doing here? Like it's like what, they're not getting any response. They're getting they're losing. They're losing and losing. So this is why this Empress in reverse and this perhaps this King of Swords in reverse or King of Wands in reverse, they must leave town. There's nowhere, they're seen, they're done, okay? Not only are you a Queen of Pentacles though, brother, but you are a Queen of Swords, okay? You have boundaries. So there's nothing anybody's going to say otherwise that's going to, change your mind because you already know exactly what is going on, all right? That is why you give everybody an opportunity to speak, okay? And their reaction will tell you everything you need to know. So if you're able to get past this Queen of Swords, then yes, you can see this Queen of Pentacles, absolutely. You know what I mean? Because then that would mean that you're all right with us. So just know, you always got to go through the Queen of Swords first, okay? You must understand. So just keep that in mind when it comes time to, perhaps, you might be thinking you're going to be talking to a Queen of Pentacles, but it's going to be a quick turn of Queen of Swords real fast, okay? It's the way it's got to be. It's what an Empress does. It's what a High Priestess does. We flip from energy to energy like that. Okay? Because, these people here with this Five of Wands that they don't want conflict anymore, that is because they don't have no more strength, okay? Have no more strength to take this any farther to come up against this Queen of Pentacles, okay? Because the strength has been completely wiped out of them. All right, they've been caught on camera doing something that they thought they weren't being seen. Not only once, not only twice, multiple times, okay? Enough times to where it's like, it's ridiculous, okay? So let it play out. It was always just going to get played out to that particular situation where eventually when the person does eventually see it, okay? So there's plenty of these videos that go back now showing over and over and over, okay? The person just happened to went to their phone and then they're like, what the fuck? And then that's when they went back and looked. So now they're already working on whatever they're going to do now with these people, all right? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it. I think they're going to try to do it in a way where just get them the fuck out of here, because drawing attention to the whole situation, we don't really know if that's the best idea at times, because what's that really going to do? It can make things worse. So perhaps, they go to the approach of them trying to blackmail you, doing the double blackmail. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to blackmail me? Well, we'll blackmail you. Okay, so that's basically, perhaps this is what your counterpart may be planning on doing, because that might be the best, way to go, because, the Hierophants here, brother, we have institutional support. Your counterpart has institutional support all day long, okay? So just know, they're very powerful, this counterpart you have. Very powerful person, okay? So just understand that they're working on this, okay? They finally got that information. They fell in their lap. How about that? That fell in their lap, this video. Fell right in their lap. And they're very happy that they've seen that. okay? Because that was, most people don't even know about the low power mode. That kind of just show, you just see something on your phone, you're looking, and it has something that says that. Most people ain't looking at the phone, the camera, especially at that time. And that's the only way you'll be able to see it, is if you look at that phone exactly when it's on low power mode, okay? That's the only way it's going to come up. So it's amazing, all right? Just the way things happen, it's crazy. It's wild. But it's all just, scales are all being balanced for this Queen of Pentacles, okay? It's all how it goes. It's what's supposed to happen, okay? That's why, Hangman in reverse, these people are trying to cause delays, keep things at a standstill. That was what they were trying to do, okay? But now, with the resurfacing of this videos now, showing these people clear as day, it's doing where they can't say it's AI because it's coming from a security camera. So it's like, are you for real? There's nothing you could say. Clear as day, too, because these are good cameras. All right, so just remember, they're good cameras, okay, because you see what they are. All right, so just believe that you made a mistake, okay, and now you're being seen for it, okay, because they did see that low power mode because, somebody tipped them off about it. I don't know who this person who tipped them off, but just know they did not know about this low power mode until they talked to that person, okay, because Knight of Wands, because the energy that came from, it's a very intelligent energy, very passionate. Okay, just very wise, knew how to, put an end to this somehow. All right, now it's over. Okay, it's done for these people. Okay, this blood moon's coming, 999 portal's coming. It's the end. It's the end year, 9 years, it's an ending year. Okay, everything is pointing to the end here. Okay, just know that, brother. Just understand, even the Neptunian cycle, Pisces, brothers, when it goes back to Aries, that's a whole new start of the astrological growth. Okay, so everything is just restarting itself. You must understand, okay? So that is where it is going right now, all right? Especially with Uranus and once these are all stationed, correct, it's about 2026. Believe me when I tell you, these people are not even going to be, you won't even remember these people. Trust me when I tell you, that's how far gone they'll be, all right? Because that's all they can do. There's no other way they could do it unless they want to spend the rest of their lives in jail. That's all they really have, the options now, okay? Because right now, 9 of Swords, of course they're going to be sitting there crying in their bed. They don't know what to do, okay? They don't know whether to, come clean. They don't know whether to go on the run. They don't know whether to reattack. They don't know whatever to, start making up stuff about it. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to trust. They don't know who to go to. They don't know who knows what. Okay, all they know is that they see you still doing stuff. They still see you out there. They still see you on social media. They don't understand because you're not supposed to be here. This Queen of Pentacles is not supposed to be sitting here like a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this person is supposed to be sitting here as a bum on the street. This is what they projected onto you. Okay, they wanted you to be sitting here like a bum on the street, not knowing what's going on, going blah 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 blah. Yeah, like that's what they expected. This Queen, but that never would happen. So it's just like that was wishful thinking on their part, okay? Maybe perhaps if you didn't protect yourself, maybe if you weren't so, adamant about your self-care, maybe they would be able to pull that off, but I don't know. They didn't, okay? So just know, 9 of Swords, now they're crying about it. Now they're anxious and depressed that, the moon, their illusions are being shattered. They can't believe it. They can't believe that you coming back is shattering these illusions because it's like, well, you said that this person's this, that, and the other thing. They don't look anything like that. You're saying that they're psycho, they're a drug addict, they're a user, they're whatever, whore, all types of things, and it's like none of that's true. Okay, because it's clear as day. It's being seen that that's not true, and it's being seen that the people that said that you are that are actually that. So it's like the projections are wild because now they've been cleared out and returned, and that's why these people's lives are upside down, and that's why they think that you're the one who's doing this to them. But the fact is they did it to themselves. Oh, they created this energy. All you do is return it. Okay, so if you want to say that's witchcraft, returning energy, whatever the fuck you say, all we look at it is just blocking it and taking and sending it back. All we're doing is protecting ourselves, brother. Okay, because the Chariot is here. Movement is here. That is how we were able to move this along. We needed to protect ourselves. We needed to send back this energy. We needed to get this to the rightful owners, okay? These people needed to experience what they needed you to experience, okay? And by that happening, blows the lid off of it, lets everybody see exactly who's who in this situation, and now everybody knows that it was never you, ever you, okay, and it was always these other good people who, made you out like you were the bad one. But now the reality is everybody's being seen. We're in a whole new age now, okay, guys? It's done. It's over. This Piscean, whatever bullshit age it's over. It's over. It's a fact, okay? So if you want to, continue to, do what may have worked, several years ago, that's not going to work no more, all right? Let me tell you something. It is not going to work because the Chariot is here, okay? And you know why the Chariot is here? Because the Queen of Cups is here, okay? And they're riding that shotgun right on that with that Chariot, and they're coming right at you with their love, okay? Because they're just like, listen, not only am I a Queen of Cups, I'm a Queen of Pentacles, okay? I am the ideal spouse. I'm a very lovable ideal spouse, okay? We already seen the Queen of Swords, okay? The only thing, and we're always in the Queen of Wands energy, so clearly shows that you're an Empress all day, every day, okay? All day, every day, okay? So it is what it is, and it's moving along, and it's being seen very, very clearly by a lot of different people, and especially by the people who seen your ops on camera, doing stuff that they said that you do. They said that you do that stuff, but it turns out that, there was private investigators following you, okay? Just understand, private investigators have been following you and the others, and it seems that you are the one who always does the right thing. Home by 10, in bed, wakes up, go to work, go to the gym, go for a walk, do their self-care, same thing, spend some time with your friend. I mean, it's like, it's and then these people are running around doing this, trying to set you up, stealing, robbing, doing black magic. It's like, they said that you did that, okay? These are the good people, these are the good ones. These are the leaders, the religious leaders, the members of society, the ones that, they're good people. That's what they present themselves to be, but now they're being seen because they fuck with the wrong one, brother. They fuck with the wrong one. And that's why they're going down the tubes now, okay? Believe me when I tell you they are persona non grata. Nobody wants to see them. When they walk in a room, people walk away. That is a fact, Jack, okay? Because you are still the hermit, okay? You are going to stay in this hermit energy until you feel you're going to come out of your shell, okay? Because there's no reason to come out of your shell if the coast is not clear, especially if you're a hermit crab, okay? Because there's no reason to put yourself in danger. Just you outlast it, you outwait it. Eventually it's going to be over, and then you'll be the one who comes out. All the people are, down. You're just like, well, better I just, outlast it. Why do I want to get involved? We don't want to roll around in the mud with these people. We want them to take themselves out, okay? Because the fact that you don't respond to anything, that is what makes them lose it, okay? Because they can't get your energy, okay? Them not getting your energy causes them to become erratic. When they become erratic, they all start fighting. When they all start fighting, they all take each other out, and then whatever's left is yours now, okay? So whatever they built with your energy, it's coming back to anyway because it's yours, because it's over for them, okay, brother? The Ten of Swords is here. It's finished. They're done, all right? Finished, finito. They're on camera doing fucking rituals, okay? So it's like, it clear as day. So they have no leverage here. There's no leverage. They can't say anything. They're not going to go against your counterpart and say they're going to use something against them. They can't do any of that, okay? Because your counterpart's waiting for that. That's what they're waiting for. That's why they have that information. They could have approached them and did whatever. They are waiting for it just to play out just the way it's supposed to. They're waiting for you to, really set these people off to where they expose themselves. And then the way these people are going to go, when your counterpart eventually, sees that they're going towards you, they're going to try to hold your counterpart back and say, well, if you go over there, then we're going to tell you that this is what you did, and blah, 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 but we're going to, and a lot of it could be true, it could not be true, but who cares at the end of the day, because we don't focus on the negatives, okay? But your counterpart's already waiting for that. So they know that's going to happen. So they're going to say, oh, yeah? Is that what you're going to do? Well, I just wanted to let you know I have all, dozens and dozens of videos of you doing some really weird stuff. So go ahead. Tell them whatever you like. Be more than happy to show your children what you're doing here. Be more than happy to show them this is your father. This is your mother doing that. Okay, so if that's what you want, no problem. Ten of Swords, okay? The end is here for you. You are not recovering from this. You can't win. It's over. Told you. We had to perish for this to work. We're far from perishing. We're in the best version of ourselves. You're not stopping nobody right now, okay? Because if you could, you already would have. You know it. We know it. Everybody knows it. Okay, brother, because all we got coming towards us is this Ten of Pentacles, because we outlasted everything that was thrown at us. This Queen of Pentacles outlasted everything thrown their way, okay, by going in Hermit energy, okay? Believe me when I tell you, sometimes it can be difficult, but you still get so much out of this, okay? You grow so much when you're in this Hermit energy, okay? And now it's leading towards this Ten of Pentacles because it's clearly coming with this Chariot, and it's coming, there's movement to it, okay? You may not be there yet, but just remember, you are Nine of Pentacles. You're almost there. Chariot there is going to push it to the edge, okay? And now these people, they want to come up against you. They thought that they were going to, stop you. They were going to replace you. They were going to get your destiny. Now they're Nine of Swords, brother, okay? Sitting there crying like a little bitch. Believe me when I tell you, crying like a bitch, because the Ten of Swords is very, very close, all right? And just know, you're over here just chilling. You don't even care. You're indifferent to the whole thing. And now the people around them, Five of Wands, they want to avoid different, they want to agree to disagree with you now, okay? Because they see that there is no strength on that side, that they're coming up against you it's like, it's not possible. You can't win. And whatever delays and standstills they were created, they're done now after being caught on camera, okay? Because Page of Cups, because you get these intuitive messages all day. Creative opportunities are coming your way. New love is coming. Believe me when I tell you, okay? So just understand that everything is going to work out for you, because you are the best in the business. You are the one who brings the fun, because you are the sun. Everybody knows that, okay? So just believe me when I tell you, all right? They did everything in their power to keep you alone. They did everything in their power to keep you stuck. They kept you, nobody said they'd put you in a box. They put the star in the box. But at the end of the day, they're still shining through that box, okay? There's still one or two people who see that shine and they say, wow. And then once that comes about, somebody's going to open the box, wow, look at this big star, So it doesn't make a difference. You can only keep a star down for so long, brother. Come on now. Like, let's be realistic, okay? Because the Two of Cups is here for them. So as soon as this star gets their Two of Cups, believe me when I tell you, there will be no stopping them or their, counterpart, because this will, without a shadow of a doubt, raise the vibration of the entire earth, okay? That which will create the new earth, okay? But believe me when I tell you, because that is what is needed, all right? Because you have, these are very, very high spiritual ranking, these two, especially these two twin flames. Believe it, they're like kingdom spouses of sorts, okay? So this means they've been around a lot. They go way back as twin flames, these two, okay? So just know, these are very advanced. This is a very advanced mission for them, okay? You're on a very maybe even more advanced mission than some other twin flames, okay? So that is why the way you had to do it was so intricate that it's unbelievable that what is going to happen is going to end up happening. But believe me, I tell you, Two of Cups is there for you, okay? Because your counterpart has the information they need, and they're just waiting for this malicious King of Swords in reverse to try to blackmail them, just so they can say, oh yeah, okay? Because this is what they want to stop, but they're not going to be able to stop once that is their return, okay? Because Two of Swords, because now the difficult decisions are here for this, malicious King of Swords in reverse. They have difficult decisions to face. Either try to fight it or leave town. You're not going to beat it. You're not going to win. Yeah, the best thing I would say is leave town. I mean, what are you going to do? Because once you lose, you're ended up on the street, pal, okay? Jail or homeless or on jail. There's nobody going to take you in otherwise. At least now you can have a fighting chance. Go across seas, go back to wherever you fuck you came from, go to your island, get the fuck out of here. How about that? How about that? All right? That's what I suggest you do. Like, this week. I don't want to even hear about you no more. I don't want to see you. I want to know nothing about you. Because you're finished. Okay, brother? Because whatever nonsense now, Ace of Cups in reverse, whatever you tried to pull, whatever bullshit you tried to pull on their counterpart, now you're blocked, okay? Your creativity's blocked, you're empty, you have no love, no blocked, repressed emotions. There's emotional loss here for, this malicious King of Swords in reverse, because what they did was come up against the wrong one here, brother. Believe me when I tell you. So just know that is why they're going to be all alone. So they have one opportunity here. They could either leave town or come up against shit. Go for one more time. Try one more time. Ace of Cups in reverse, okay? Because after they are destroyed, there will be a Three of Cups. There will be a celebration, okay? Because people are going to be, there's going to be friendship, collaboration, People are going to, the community is going to be a happy community once this malicious King of Swords reverse leaves town, okay? Takes that Empress in reverse with them, okay? Because nobody wants to see these people anymore, okay? Just to look them, people get disgusted just looking at this fucking person. Let me tell you something. When they walk in the fucking job or their family see them, it's like, this is a person that nobody wants to see. Like, people, they just are so happy when this person is not around. So just know when this person is completely gone, they're like a fucking pariah. They won't go away. They're a parasite. Believe me when I tell you, but now they're going to be removed very, very quickly. All right? Because it's either that or be seen for what they are. Because now it's clear as day as who they are. Okay? And they're not going to say they're not that. They're not going to say that a security camera is wrong. Okay, and that was their stupidity that they didn't look at that and know that low power mode. Okay, so now Four of Pentacles, saving money, doing whatever, being conservative, taking it easy. It is what it is. Okay, brother. Okay, so we're not trying to set the world. We know you're not trying to set the world on fire. You're just comfortable. You're doing your thing because just you being comfortable, Four of Pentacles, doing your thing, being conservative, puts these people on the tower. Okay, because like I told you, they expected you to be down and out, okay, so they could say, see, look, we told you who they are, all right, but the fact that you came back completely discredited anything they've ever said, and now puts them in a situation where they have to be in the defensive, and all they think about is you because they can't believe that didn't work on you. They cannot understand how all the things that you went through that they put you through, and it was a lot, okay, it was a lot of stuff that most people, like I said, would not survive this. It's that simple. And that's the fact is your counterpart's seen you survive stuff that other people couldn't survive. That only makes you more attractive. And that puts these people in a tower. But your counterpart has them now on camera. So these people, they're not coming back from that. So whatever. You know what I mean? There's nothing to worry about here with these people because, but like I said, they can still fight. You know what I mean? They can still try to fight it. They can still try to do that. But I think they're too much of cowards to even do that. I don't think they would be able to handle that. All right, Three of Pentacles in reverse because there's too much disharmony with them being around, okay? People do not like what's going on here. This everybody feels like they're working alone. It feels like, there's a lack of teamwork. It's very disorganized. A lot of group conflict with this malicious King of Swords in reverse because they're not focused on what's supposed to be focused on. All they're doing is worried about what you're doing, okay? Because they know that their life depends on what happens to you. And you being strong runs them out of town. Because that's why they're persona non grata, okay? That's why Three of Swords, they're in heartbreak. That's why they don't know what to do. That's why they're sitting in their bed crying like a little bitch, Nine of Swords. That's why they don't know what else. That's why they're thinking about leaving town, okay? Because they really have no other way to go. What are they going to do when they're clearly shown on a video camera saying, look, this is you, and this is what you're doing? And that's why they're heartbroken, because they have no answers to it. Now they have to talk. Okay, because this malicious, they didn't want to talk about nothing. Okay, so you can ask them, I'm not talking about this. I'm not even going to listen to this. That guy, that person who's telling you, they're crazy, But now we're going to see who really is crazy now. Okay, malicious King of Swords in reverse. Now we're going to see who really is crazy. We're going to see who really is a sick person. Okay, because you're the one who's on video. Okay, I want you to look me in my eyes, King of Swords in reverse. I want you to know. You fucked with the wrong one, brother. And now you gotta go. You gotta go. Alright? And it's going to be soon. Very, very soon. Okay, brother? Because this Queen of Cups is here. They are here. Okay? They are being seen and people want them around. They make people feel good. They don't want to be around the King of Swords or reverse characters. Nobody wants this anymore. Nobody wants this atmosphere that you created. Okay, it's going to be changed now. The Queen of Cups is in charge. Okay, and if you got a fucking problem with that King of Swords in reverse, then come do something about it. Come do something. We dare you. All right, so the result is this Queen of Cups, they will be publicly recognized, okay, for what they went through because of this malicious King of Swords in reverse, and they will be celebrated, seen and celebrated, okay? So just understand, the end is here for this malicious King of Swords. It's over, it's done, it's finished, brother, okay? Because they're nothing but a magician in reverse. They're nothing but a manipulator. They've been seen through, okay? Whatever act they had put on, they messed up the trick, and now it's been seen. And that trick that they messed up was getting themselves caught on camera, okay? That's where they've been seen. That's how they know. We caught them, okay? We know your trick. okay? Magician in reverse, brother, okay? Because, and that's why Six of Swords, everyone's leaving this Malicious King of Swords behind, okay? So just know this person, Six of Swords, is getting left behind, all right? There's nothing else to say at this point, because what else can you say, all right? So it's either they leave town or do their best to fight this, but just know, Six of Swords, everyone is leaving them behind, because they clearly see them as this Magician in reverse. They clearly seen them botched the big trick, okay? All they had one job, this Magician in reverse, okay? Couldn't even do that. So Three of Pentacles in reverse, this causes massive disharmony. This causes massive lack of teamwork. They're very disorganized, group conflict. Everybody's worried about all personal stuff. Nobody's focusing on what's going on. The team is going down. Everyone's demoralized. That energy rubs off towards the rest of the people. It just becomes a very unhappy atmosphere. Ace of Cups in reverse. Just emotional loss felt everywhere, okay? All these people try to do is, by, acting the way they were acting, this Magician in reverse, was try to keep things in a standstill, Hangman, okay, in reverse, trying to keep things delayed, okay, but the fact is they ran out of strength, okay, in reverse, okay? They don't have the strength to hold on no more. They're being seen. They've been seen. They made a mistake. So that is why this Magician in reverse is Nine of Swords, sitting in their bed, crying like a little bitch, okay, because they know that now, Six of Swords, people want to leave things behind. Five of Wands in reverse. They want to avoid conflict. They want to respect differences. Nobody wants to, be bothered with this anymore, okay? So just know this person has two options. They either come fight, which they won't because they're a coward, so we'll count that out, or leave town, okay? We suggest you leave town, okay? We suggest it's time for you to go. All right, and that's the way we're going to end it. We're going to have time for you to go, Malicious King of Swords in reverse, because you are gone, brother. You are being sent away. You are out of the family business, okay? You cannot fool a Corleone, and that is why you are now being seen for who you are, and you are being sent back to Nevada, okay? Mr. Clemenza is in the car waiting for you, and the end is near for you. But otherwise, let me talk to you astrologically for a second. All right, now get him out of here. Send this fucking Malicious King of Swords. Send him out there. Give him his ticket, all right? Tell him everything's going to be all right for him out there, okay? And then, afterwards, you know what to do, all right? Thanks. See you later, all right? Let me know how everything goes. All right, so it is what it is. That's what's going to happen then. All right, they're leaving town then. All right, we banished them. They're banished now. We know that. Because you know why they banished? Because you are the one who brings the fun, because you are the sun. You are the one this all revolves around. You are the one... this all revolves around. You are the energy source, because Jupiter is here for you, brother. That is the planet of luck. That is in Cancer. That is all about, giving you what you need, how to get to the next level, where you don't have to worry about this other crap going around, because you're so protected to top it off, and then you throw the luck into it. It's just, the planets have aligned for you now, okay? And that is a fact, okay? So it doesn't make a difference what anybody says. The planets are aligned now for you. 100%, okay, because you are on fire, okay? You are not just the sun, but you are on fire, brother, because you hit it 3 after 3 after 3, okay? You were unstoppable like NBA Jam, okay? You just knock people out, brother. There's nothing you can stop. 3-ball fire. End of show, okay? Because whatever illusions were created about you, this Cancer, they have been shattered. It's finished. It's done. This Magician in reverse, they botched the trick. The trick has been botched. This person, they ruined it, okay? They ruined that trick, okay? Because this Queen of Pentacles, they are the one. They are the ideal spouse. They tried to make this person like they weren't, okay? They tried to bury this person, but that all came back, okay? Because they went in hermit energy where they could not be... You can't get to them, okay? You could not get to this Hermit, Queen of Pentacles, okay? And that's why this Ten of Pentacles is headed their way, okay? Because they were able to outlast whatever this Magician in reverse tried to throw at them. And that's why this Magician in reverse now is being seen for who they are, and is clearly on camera doing some weird-ass stuff, okay? And that's why the Chariot's here, because that is where the movement was needed. That is what ends this Hangman in reverse, okay? This is what ends the standstill. This Chariot is why this person being seen on video is what blows the lid off of it, okay? And that's how you get your Two of Cups, all right, brother? Because that is going to be how the end result goes for you. You get your Two of Cups, everything is going to work out for you. Like I said, the Six of Swords, they all left this behind. So, I didn't do a little bit of a recap, but now I'm going to go back to the recap. And then, that's all about this fire in the sun, because you're on fire, okay? Illusions, blah, blah, blah. So let's see what else we got here. kind of botched that. I botched it. How about that? This magician in reverse. I said he's the botcher. I ended up botching the reading. Okay, but it's still good on the stores. You still get the gist. Okay. But just understand, the new Earth is here, brother, okay? The only Earth sign, we have no Earth in our chart. Remember that. We're only made of air and water. So we do have a Taurus coming. They are Earth person, okay? We do not like Virgo or Capricorn, but we do like Taurus. So that is where the Earth comes from for us, okay? Because remember, Uranus and Gemini, that is the final piece of the puzzle, okay? That is what got you here, okay? That is what's in your love sector, okay? This is what you've been waiting for. Uranus and Gemini, okay? They have 43 years to take you out. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. You survived it. You outlasted it, like I said, by going in Hermit energy. Okay, and that's why Mars was here, because you're assertive. You're showing what you're made of. You're telling this magician in reverse, you're not going to create this narrative. You're not going to say this and that. We're not going to agree to this, okay? So here's your energy back. Go fuck yourself. Give us our stuff back, and this is what it's going to be. We're going to show you who you are, and you're going to show us who we are, okay? And that is what we are, is a real magician. What you are is a fake ass one, okay? Because you clearly caught on tape botching the trick, okay? They seen you cheating, okay? They saw how you did it, okay? Your illusion has been seen through, okay? Once you see the person, you know, the trick for what it is, then, hey, brother, it's pretty easy to see again. You're not going to be able to pull that again, because again, brother, like I told you, Uranus and Gemini is here for you. That was the final piece of the puzzle. It's always going to be the final piece of the puzzle. I think it's retrograding back in Taurus, though, now. But still, once it goes back to Gemini, that is when the end is near. That's when it's completely stationed there, direct. So that'll be soon. That's another 7 years for you. Your love life looking good. Okay, and who's going to have the best love life ever? This Cancer, okay, brother, because they are the one who brings the fun, because they are the sun, and they are the one who's going to be building this new Earth, and they are the one that's on fire right now, and they are being very assertive Mars, and they're telling you all about it, because they're saying, let me tell you something, I am the one who's got all the air in my chart, I'm the one who's only made of air and water, it's us, okay, and we're assertively telling you this, we're saying, let me tell you something, we need an Earth person, they're coming, the Taurus is coming, all right, relax. Okay, because like I said, you have so much air in your chart that we just wanted to tell you again, okay? That's why we're back, okay? And Mercury, we're totally communicating that to you. We're communicating about this air, okay? So just understand, I need something to end this with. I need an ending here, all right? It's not giving it to me. Come on, give me an ending. Whoa. Okay, because whatever, the age of Aquarius is here now, all right? Just understand that. Pluto in Aquarius, you're a rising sign Aquarius. It's all about the Aquarius, okay? And I'm clearly communicating that to you, Mercury, okay? So just know we have one more card, and that's going to be the end of it. I'm going to end it no matter what it is, because you are the one who's got a 4-planet stellium in Libra, because you got all that air in your chart, okay? And that is what I'm Mercury communicating to you again, okay? So I'm done now. Done communicating now, okay? So let's see what else we got here. Too much communicating I have here. Sometimes communicating, communication is key, but how much am I going to communicate here, Mercury? How much you want me to talk? How much you want me to say? Enough is enough, brother. Let me tell you. All right, so let's see what we got here. It's time for you, perhaps sometimes it's better to take the high road, okay? Pick your battles. No need to roll around in the mud. That's what I tell people. Just wait it out. If somebody's got something to say, it does not matter what they think or say, okay? Because you're at the impasse right within a relationship or situation. It's now time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. Of course, why wouldn't you? I mean, come on, that's a stupid one. That's a dumb one, okay? Because they're telling me it's time for you to study over here for some reason, okay? They said a new endeavor is upon you, and it may require new knowledge and skills. So you may have to study, okay? I get that. Put the intention out to the universe, and the right teacher will soon find you. That's what they tell me. The right teacher will soon find you, okay? So that is what it is, brother, okay? That always happens. When you're ready to learn, the teacher will find you, okay? Believe me when I tell you. We'll do one more. All right? And, I don't like this one. I don't want to do that. I did that one before. One more. It's ground. It's not ending it. I'm not getting the endings I need here. I botched this one. I botched it. It's all right, though. It's still a decent reading. We still had a good time, all right? Just know, it's time for me just to let this go, because it says let it go here. I got to let go of this reading today, because it's time for me to go to bed. So just know, I'm being asked to let go of whatever pain or resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free, I don't know what they're talking about because I have no negativity. But just understand, if you do, time to let it go, brother, because the past is in the past, okay? And the cold never bothered us anyway. So, see you later.